Now, is this too stupid? So I have a cat, and a lot of people will shit on cats around me, not knowing I have a cat.
Especially George Clooney.
Oh, sorry, Sammy.
And they'll shit on cats, and it almost feels like I'm dating a minority, and they don't know it. And so we'll be at a bar, and they're like, cat, I hate cats. I don't trust them. They're the worst. And I'm kind of like, I live with one. You know,
That's a great line. I live with one.
I have to let them know eventually, like, well, you know, it's like they don't trust them, they're racist or whatever. You know, Victor Varnado, who is a funny comic, he's an albino.
Yeah.
And he always said people would say the N-word around him because they didn't know he was black.
Wow.
And so he would just have to live with that or like fight the guy or whatever it was. And that's kind of how, I'm not comparing, but I just feel like people shit on cats, and I'm like sitting here like, I like cat. I live with a cat, you fucker.
I live with one is so, because it sounds so defensive. Like, yeah, I mean, the idea that like, I mean, my mind goes to like, people have said anti-Semitic shit to me and be like, oh, you're a Jew?
Right. Perfect example.
Like, yeah, I'm a Jew. You know? I'm a Jew. But it's funny about like,
and they dial back or they pull back like, oh, I didn't know you had one. I don't mean all cats. You know, it just sounds like they're backpedaling. But race.
But you know what? It's funny. Maybe if they don't, it's like with race, they'd usually apologize. With cats, are like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I don't like them.
I'm a dog person. Yeah.
I'm a dog person, and dogs are kind of like white people. Everybody likes them. They. You know, people like cats, they don't do anything. They sit around all day.
Not Asians.
Yeah, good point.
Here's what's interesting is like, why do we do that we don't do that with humans. You're like, do you like blacks? I'm a Filipino person. You know what I mean? Why do we do that? Why do you have to choose cats or dogs? Like,
I love that.
I like them both. Why can't you like them both?
Good point.
It's like, why like this instead?
Yeah, and they talk about it like a race. Like, I didn't grow up with them.
Maybe aliens would do that with humans. They're just like, do you like black people? Like, no, I'm more of a white guy. That's the pets they have. You know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It feels like there's something here. Also, black cat is like spooky. You know, there's all kinds of weird parallels. I've never heard anybody say they hate dogs.
Yeah, usually when people say I hate dogs, it's like, I don't like animals. So you're right. It's like
I hear people are afraid of dogs. That could be hate dogs. They're just afraid of them.
I don't like that.
Trumps hate, fear, hate. Trump's hate.
People have a visceral hatred for cats. Like, people fucking hate cats. Some people love cats. They
Mostly
really
down south.
they split the room.
Yeah.
I think the one thing is like the way it's different from race is like there's no race of people that makes you get hives. Like people are allergic to cats.
Oh, right.
You break out. Yeah, you're like, fuck. You're like, oh, geez, do you have an Asian here? Do you have any Benadryl?
Yeah.
I don't know.